that dramatic semi-final against Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see how both of these teams rise to the occasion. And what an occasion it has been. Just ahead of Romain Barrel. Scored a lovely goal on debut. Improvised finish from close range with the overhead to open his international account at the earliest opportunity. Moses Simon well advanced here. 2 or 3 in the penalty area wearing white. Kicked out by Chukwueze. It's a nice ball, wasn't it, for Moses Simon, the 8th most capped player in Nigeria's history, winning number 80 tonight. Wilfred Ndidi resuming that partnership that they forged to great effect against Ghana. There's Ndidi that plays it forward here, looking for Cyril Dessers. Hunted on towards Simon, who scores! Didn't take long. Nigeria in front. Came from halfway. It was close to offside, wasn't it, against Cyril Dessers, who delivered dangerously, and Simon was just first to react, really, reaching it ahead of Lembakisa. And applying the finishing touch, having done so right into the corner. Adam Davis in goal. No chance of reaching that, despite the proximity of the player in front of him. Schmeiler. Back to Benjamin Frederick. Hopkins again for Nigeria here, just wasn't quite able to pick the pass through the middle as intended there, Chukwueze. So Jamaica will take their turn to attack instead with Ronaldo Cephas. Really dangerous ball in, Davis arriving and touched in by Kaheem Dixon. To Cephas, he won both of their penalties in the semi-final. He was the main threat again here down the left. Strong surge and a really dangerous ball in. It was just in front of Barrel, but Dixon beyond him was able to apply the finishing touch. Sliding in to try and stop in the Nigerian defence with just Chukwueze standing over the free kick. Nigeria try and re-establish their advantage. Having swiftly seen it wiped out by Jamaica. Work it wider for Simon. Chukwueze who took it, Moses Simon, scorer of their opening goal, trying to create something for them here. Plenty up there, but it should be the goalkeeper's ball, and it is. Good take by Shaka Davis. The Jamaican supporters enjoying the day. The weather helps as well, the sun shone out for finals day. It's been a really bright start on the field from both. And Bakisa, that was risky, very little time for Davis. Bakisa's ball back here to the goalkeeper, just caught him unawares a little bit. Chris Hughton, former Ghana manager, of course, they were winners earlier. And the third place player. Here's Dessers for Nigeria with a side of goal, and then does get the shot away. The goalkeeper can't hold it, but is able to grab it at the second attempt. Dessers who posed the danger initially. Holgate held him up, but ultimately couldn't prevent the shot from coming in. And we've got the goalkeeper, given the lack of international experience in the back four, in front of him. On debut here, Simon. Certainly not short of experience, still scrapping for it. Comes for Chukwueze. He's outnumbered, but gets his shot away and scores. Brilliantly taken by Samuel Chukwueze. And Nigeria in front in the final for the second time. A number of star names not available in this squad, but in their absence, Chukwueze is one of the more senior players available to Eric Schau. And he's led by example here. He had an awful lot to do when taking the pass from Tala, outnumbered by those in green and gold. But he dispatched it decisively, set himself. Here's Cephas. Ronaldo Cephas. He's able to deliver the cross, and they've levelled again. It's Russell. It's 2-2. Real resilience from the Reggae boys. Right in front of goal, but once more, big part played by Ronaldo Cephas. He's the one that made it. Another dangerous delivery. Just asking for it to be finished off. And just as Dixon did in the first half, Russell does the honours this time. All square again, and quick to wave it away. So the counter-attack. Kadare. Messi slips it back through to him. Kadare almost with the instant impact there. There's a big block to deal with the initial danger. But Nigeria will come again with Chukwueze. Nigeria still have it though. In a promising position, out by Holgate. Straight back for Chukwueze. Chukwueze nearly. This time Davis was right behind it. Here. Which is fairly frequently in this final. Just Chukwueze. Taking on Amari Bell. Surreal Dessers. And it goes again, and over it goes this time from Kadare. Nigeria looking to utilise that. Also on the move, rangy run, wanted to take the free kick quickly. Does so now for Casey Palmer. Cephas is going to reach that first and out quickly, and bravely was Webali. Now, wonderful game, he's having just as he impressed in the semi-final. Just about stayed onside, that was very close. It's a player, Cephas, who can play anywhere across the front at G-Tech Community Stadium today. It's a competition that has piqued the interest, certainly, in this part of the world. Good effort. Ian Acho's first involvement, really, but Davis dealt with it. So it's piqued the interest in this part of the world. It has, of course, in the Caribbean. Finished on the winning side for Cavalier. He stepped up actually and took the first. Jamaica to get the better of Trinidad and Tobago. That was his first Syrian goal. And he scores emphatically again. First up for Nigeria here will be their substitute Kelechi Iheanacho. Hasn't been on too long. Iheanacho also scores. Sent forward by Steve McLaren to take their second penalty. Isaac Hayden also developed into. There was a little bit of pressure on his penalty. And Simon scores. Only recently recalled to the international setup this week at short notice by Steve McLaren. He's the next to take on Wabali. Wilson from the spots also scores into the corner. Kadare next up. Wonderful season he's had in front of goal in Belgium again. Scored 21 times in their top flight. He's over the next one. And also scores in. Dwayne Atkinson. Now he was a title winner with Cavalier in that penalty shootout last week. In for just his fourth cap today, taking their fourth penalty. And he's hit the bar! Convert, so it's advantage Nigeria if they can from this one. Onyemaechi does so emphatically, and they're one kick away. Spoke this week about the great honour of being afforded that captain's armband. Can he keep them in contention in the penalty shootout? Amari Bell does score. He's the one who places down the potentially decisive penalty. Pressure on his shoulders, certainly. Mr. Winnett. Uche does score. And Nigeria win the Unity Cup. On debut, he scores from the spot to settle the shootout. And the Super Eagles have done it. Makes it that little bit extra special, doesn't it, for those in particular that have made their debut today. And here comes the presentation then to the captain, Moses Simon. And Moses Simon determined that everybody will be involved in these celebrations. Has his hands on the silverware. They enjoy the moment. Unity Cup winners 2025.